Hello my friends, you're listening to Ebird Online and I'm back with another review. First of all, I just want to say people keep asking me why I haven't done many videos of late. And that's because I'm working on brand new content, the first of which you should see next week. Anyway, today we're going to catch up on the latest shenanigans of Sam and Citra. So last time we spoke about this couple, Sam's mum was worrying about what would happen if Sam did finally decide to convert to Islam. And the truth be told, I thought she hasn't got much to worry about. There's no way that Citra's dad would allow the couple to get married with the threat of jail hanging over him. But much to my surprise, he's managed to let me down. Yes, that's right guys, it's 90 Day Fiancé Season 10, Episode 16, and we're talking about Sam and Citra. I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone who's subscribed to my channel thus far. And also a massive thank you to everyone who takes their time to write comments. They really do crack me up, so keep them coming in. But guys, if you've yet to do so, consider subscribing. Hit it, press it, smash it, caress it. Subscribe, my friends, subscribe. And if you know anyone else who you think would enjoy the video, please share on your social media. Thanks guys. Right, so without further ado, I give you Sam and Citra. So since we last saw this couple, they've just been really getting to know each other. Or should I say getting to know versions of each other. So Citra wanted to go on a real American date and Sam said that he'd oblige, and he let us know that he wanted to have some fun before he converted to Islam. I.e. he wanted one last piss up. That is a joke because I'm sure it won't be the last time.
Before I convert, I kind of want to have some fun, do some things that we won't have the freedom to do anymore.
Oh, I wonder where Sam decided to take Citra. Well, wonder no more, Ebird. He decided to take her to somewhere called Boozers, which turned out to be rather like Hooters, but with, well, different staff. I think even I could get a job at Boozers. And so they had a couple of alcoholic cocktails and played a game of pool. But guys, I have to say I was quite surprised that Citra was drinking. Citra, my love, you're already a Muslim. She really does need to get a better grip on all the rules and regulations of being a Muslim, as far as I'm concerned. But she did say if her dad found out about it, he'd be really angry, so they need to keep it a secret. Oh dear, we don't want your dad being angry now, do we? Just to help you kids out, I've got a full list of other things you need to keep secret. 1. The fact that Sam's more than likely going to jail. 2. The fact that Sam keeps his car like a municipal dump and he's only cleared it out just so he can impress you. 3. The fact that Sam's lying to everybody about his drug intake. And last but by no means least, the fact that Sam thinks Ramadan is otherwise known as Hanukkah. Yeah, I guess there's quite a lot you need to keep secret from your dad, Citra. So the next important stop for this couple, after of course going to Boozers, was finding a good mosque so that Sam could convert. Guys, do they have mosques for non-believers? I wonder, that would be perfect for Sam. And as they stood waiting to speak to the Imam in the main room, this is what they were doing. Wait, what? Guys, you're not even supposed to be canoodling outside the mosque until you're married. You're definitely not supposed to be canoodling inside. What's wrong with you? Citra, you've let me down. So the couple sat down with one of the guys from the mosque and he asked Sam what he knew about Islam.
I'm going to be converting.
Have you studied about Islam at all? How much do you know?
Some, I kind of know just the way the Muslims live, and there's still a lot I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, that pretty much means I know nada. The couple explained they're also getting married, and they were told in no uncertain terms that Citra's dad had to agree to this marriage, and the couple looked ever so slightly concerned. Anyway, next time we see them, they're meeting up with one of Citra's sisters. And guys, who knew it? One of her sisters actually lives in LA. Interesting. So this family's got form for green card getting. And so for any of you who haven't seen my previous video, I'll link it below. And that video outlines the brand new relationship of Citra's sister and Sam's brother. Yeah, interesting. And so all three of them go to meet her dad and other sister at their hotel, and they've just flown in from Indonesia. They all have a nice chat and it's very cordial. But then Citra's dad said, "Are you ready to marry my daughter?" And Sam said, "Yes, I am." And he certainly is. He can't wait to start having carnal relations with Herman's daughter. Oh dear. But Sam's mainly worried about his big reveal, i.e. jail.
I do kind of feel like I'm bull Citra's dad a little bit as he's telling me all this stuff, and it's just kind of going out the other ear because all I can focus on is what I have to tell him. But the longer I keep this a secret, the worse it's going to get.
Oh, good lord, he's worried about it going out of the other ear. Sam, the worry that I have is that it hasn't even gone into the first ear. Anyway, the very next day, Citra's dad comes over to meet Sam's dad and family, and Sam finally plucks up the courage to tell him. And so things started out quite well. There were laughs and there were smiles as these two great dynasties formally met. Sorry, guys. And the two families sat down to share a meal. And guys, this was unbelievable. When Citra's dad asked Sam's dad what he thinks about them getting married, Sam's dad actually said, "I've got 5 kids and 4 of them have grown up to be responsible human beings." And, well, finally Sam looks like, well, he might be doing the same thing. Oh dear. I guess if 4 of them are successful, then at least there's hope for Sam yet. Sam was quite understandably upset that his dad was throwing him under the bus. But Sam, I don't think it really matters, because Citra's only translating back to her dad exactly what she wants. Guys, she's literally cherry picking words from sentences to try and show Sam in a good light. He's been nothing but a great big disappointment, that boy. He's been a great boy. Honestly, guys, that's how she'd be translating. Chinese whispers. Anyway, after the meal, it's time for Deedee. Citra lets us know she feels like Sam's lying to her dad and is withholding information from him, and he needs to let him know that he may be going to jail instead of on a honeymoon. So he began, as liars do, with a big piece of bullshit.
I want to be completely sincere with you because I want you to know I care, and like I'm being fully real because nothing's more important than Citra and you guys as my family.
So he says he wants to tell the truth and be completely sincere to Citra's dad. Oh guys, he's high on his own supply. Listen to this story. It changes every time I hear it.
Yeah, a couple months ago, as you know, I got in trouble because I had some of my medicine on me, but it was old. A couple months I hadn't seen my doctor, and because it was like expired, and that's how I ended up getting in trouble to begin with.
Oh good lord, guys. Sam really should grab an extinguisher as his pants are literally on fire. It would seem his default setting is unconvincing bullshitter. And then Citra's dad said, you know my job, right? And guys, Citra's dad's a retired policeman. Yes, we know your job. You watch quiz shows in the morning, have a nap in the afternoon, and play dominoes with your friends of an evening. The last time I looked, that was your job description. Guys, it's not so different from mine, but I digress. And so anyway, the couple explained that Sam's missed the deadline for his diversion course paperwork, and that he may well go to jail in the very near future. And guys, I literally couldn't believe this. Citra's dad said, well, never mind son, let's just see what happens. You never know, you may not go to jail. Wait, what? Why are you giving it the large one about being a police officer, and then you're letting your precious daughter marry a criminal? Where do they do that at? Guys, I don't know any police officer that would let their daughter marry under such circumstances. I really don't. Unless, of course, they had an ulterior motive. Citra's dad, you've let me down, your daughter down, and police officers around the world down. That's all I've got to say. Well, in fact, it's not. I've got far more to say, but I'll say it in my own time. I won't bore you guys with it. But if that wasn't quite enough, Sam lets us know he might be in prison for 6 months to a year. Oh, Lord. Her dad said, what is Citra going to do for that year? And Sam kind of shrugged his shoulders. Sam, that's an actual question. It requires an actual answer. Is your dad going to be responsible for her financially? Is her dad going to have to go back on those mean streets of Manila? Wait a minute, guys. Oh shoot, yeah, Jakarta. Back on the mean streets of Jakarta to earn a coin to send it all over to his daughter so she can live in America? These two really haven't thought this plan out. And so then Citra's dad said, Sam, if you ever do illegal drugs, I won't let you marry my daughter. Citra's dad, there's only about, I think, 8 days until they get married, so he hasn't got long to abstain for now, has he? Once they're married, boom, they're married. But then something interesting happened. He then told production that if Sam does go to jail, which I'm pretty certain that he will, then he's going to take his daughter Citra back to Indonesia. And then something hit me. Here's what I think their scam is. because none of this makes proper sense, here's the scam. And there are 2 parts to this. Remember Eve and Mohammed? No? Unsurprising, let me refresh your memory. These 2. So remember the couple made headlines when Eve was charged with domestic assault and battery against Mohammed, and we later found out that he wanted to get married super quickly so he could invoke this, and so he'd met another woman and he was telling her, don't worry, she's hit me and I've gone to the police. If she gets found guilty, I can then actually divorce her and still manage to keep my green card. There are very few caveats in which somebody can keep their green card after only being married for a very short while, but one of them is DV, another one's imprisonment. And just in case you were wondering, all charges were dropped against Eve in February 2023. But I think the first part of this plan, and I'm just saying, this is just a theory, and guys, you know I'm overly cynical, but the first part of the plan is for Citra to have the ability to divorce Sam whenever she wants because he's in prison. But I think very possibly the second part of the plan, now her sister's engaged to be married to Sam's brother, is for her to be able to stay in that familial home and to support Citra financially whilst Sam's away. Are these guys super wily and covering all bases? It could be. Anyway, moving on. Citra decides to try on wedding dresses with her 2 sisters. And as she tries them on, the 2 sisters ask her, is she sure she wants to marry Sam? What happens if Sam goes to jail? And Citra literally just told them, I'll wait for him, it doesn't bother me. Really, Citra? I think you'll find a year is a very long time. Meanwhile, Sam's going to get a wedding ring for Citra, along with his mum, drunken Deedee. Sam lets us know that when he was back in Indonesia, he gave Citra a marriage proposal of the ringless variety. But now he's gonna come good, and he's decided to buy her a beautiful ring. Where are you going, Sam? Guys, he's going to a pawn shop. Oh Lord, nothing but the best for Citra.
I didn't have much money, definitely didn't have money for a ring, but I found the flower, and because I know she's cheesy, she's going to want something like that. And I put the little flower on her finger and asked her, will you be my wife?
I'm sorry.
So yes, he's looking at rings with his mum, and he says she wants a silver ring with a radiant cut stone. They and ah for a few minutes about a ring, and then they choose one. The truth be told, guys, the one they chose I do actually really like. It does kind of seem as if Sam has quite good taste. But anyway, Sam took the opportunity to speak to his mum about if she was going to the conversion ceremony, and she lets him know the bad news. No, she's not, and she explains that she doesn't agree with it all, but she is, however, coming to the American wedding.
Sam mentioned that he's going to do the Islam wedding ceremony with Citra, and I don't want to hurt his feelings, but I don't feel I should go to that, and because of my own beliefs.
I personally think that she's just discovered there's not a bar inside the mosque. That's why she's not going. But look on the bright side, Sam. At least those extensions aren't going to be at the wedding. I'd call it a win if I were you. But next up, Citra's dad finally comes to his senses. He tells Citra he's really worried about Sam and what's going to happen in the future. And he asks a few questions about Sam's drugs and if there were legal or illegal drugs, i.e. prescribed or not prescribed. And honestly, none of us know because, well, Sam's a liar. And her dad for the first time looked very doubtful that this whole thing was a good idea. But Citra kicked back and she said, I love Sam and I want to marry him. But guys, then she told production, even if my dad says no, you can't marry him, I'm not going to listen. I love him. I'm going to marry him anyway. Wow. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe it's not a green card scam. Maybe she's genuinely in love with Sam. It's very difficult to believe, but I guess anything's possible. Anyway guys, the day's finally here. It's Sam's wedding day. And we see the couple walking through the park. And Sam lets us know that they're doing the conversion. And then they're having the Muslim wedding. And then they're having the American wedding all on the same day. One after another. And then talk turns to their impending sex life. But poor Citra, well, she's got real worries on her mind.
Sam is really excited about the bang part after we get married. And I'm like a little bit scared for that. I mean, I don't know how it's gonna feel like. Is it gonna be hurt or I don't know, still, nervous.
Oh. Poor Citra, she wants to know if it's going to hurt. No, I don't think it is. In fact, I'm pretty certain that it won't. So before everybody infiltrates the mosque, Citra's dad teaches Sam how to pray, and he has his own secret prayer. I hope this wedding doesn't go ahead, but go ahead it does because before you know it, they're all off to the mosque. for the first of 3 ceremonies that day, the conversion ceremony. And so they arrive at the mosque and they do wudu.
Follow me. Wudu.
Wudu, purifying yourself before the prayer. You wash your hands, feet, mouth, face 3 times each. And then you say the Sahara.
But guys, when Sam went back into the waiting room, he almost touched one of Citra's sisters. Everybody said, no, if you touch a woman after wudu, you have to go and do it again. I'm pretty glad that Deedee's not here because I wonder what she'd have to say about that. And so anyway, Sam's dad turns up, and I'm surprised to see that both of them are wearing jeans and trainers. Guys, would it have hurt you to dress up just a bit? And then Sam lets us know that Deedee's not coming and is fairly upset about this, but pretty much like sobriety, it's just not for her. So in comes the imam and the ceremony gets going. And so they have a prayer and then it's time for Sam's conversion. And so he pledged his faith in Allah and said that Muhammad, peace be upon him, is Allah's final prophet. And then, ladies and gentlemen, I've got somebody brand new for you to meet. It's Sam the Muslim. I think I'll rename him Islam Sam. And now finally, the couple are going to get married. But first the imam asks Herman, Citra's dad, if he will allow Sam to marry Citra. There was a bit of a pregnant pause, but finally he said yes, like we knew he would. And within seconds, Sam was also married. The ceremony was very short and sweet.
You will look at him and tell him,
زوجتك
nafsi, meaning I marry myself to you. Brother Sam. And you say what means I have accepted. Say قبلت. مبروك. جزاكم الله خير. بارك الله فيك.
And then they were married. Congratulations to the happy couple. And that's where we end things for this week. So what does the Ebird make to all of this? Well, I love and I really do want this to work out. When I watch Sam with Citra, I do 100% believe that he's totally in love with her. And I guess we all just have to cross our fingers and hope that Citra feels the same. And as we know, Sam said many times, Citra saved me and I was a bit of an F-up before, but now I've got somebody to really try for. And I hope and pray that that is the case. I'm hoping she can help him finally get clean. There's going to be no more sleeping in his car, because there's nothing really to go home for. Hopefully this marriage will give him a different perspective on life. I'm glad in a way that Deedee stayed away. She missed 10 years of Sam's life when he was a young man, resulting in God knows what problems. And again she feels that she can't support him in his new endeavour. And as we know, Deedee told production, I'm not going because it's against my beliefs. Deedee, these are the same beliefs which led you to be absent from Sam's life for 10 years. Those beliefs? Right, I see, okay then. But it was lovely to see that Sam's dad supported him and attended both the conversion and the wedding. So he does have some sort of familial support, which is very good. I have got one good eye on Herman, but I'm just crossing my fingers that Citra is genuinely in love with Sam and these kids are going to make a go of it. So guys, what do you think? Do you think that Citra and family are scamming? Or do you think it's a genuine relationship? And what do you make to Deedee? Do you think she was right not to attend the wedding? Please let me know in comments down below and I'll get on with my next video. Guys, thank you so much for listening. If you haven't done so yet, please consider subscribing, and if you enjoyed the video, please share it on your social media. You've been listening to Ebird Online and I bid you good day.